have dog, child, and construction workers here today. So if there's any random noise, I apologize in advance. I promised my daughter she could get a veggie hot dog if she didn't interrupt for the whole class. So let's hope. All right, we are gonna start just sitting up in easy cross legs. If it's ever uncomfortable to sit in easy cross legs and you're sort of on the back of your sitting bones, you can always just scoot your towel or your blanket right underneath your sitting bones and it'll help to prop you up, okay? So just sitting up tall, close your eyes, relax your shoulders down your back. Relax any gripping you have in the belly or the hips, the neck or the shoulders. Notice if you're leading with your face, can you bring your face in by tucking your chin slightly? I almost want to say it's like a pelican neck, right? So you're going to just pull it all in, broaden across your chest, and just let your hands rest on your knees so that you have something to balance you. So you don't have to work too hard to be here. And then just quickly scan or slowly scan your body and let go of any of the habitual gripping. So any of the gripping in the back of your neck, your shoulders, your face, your jaw, see if you can just let that go. And let's start the breath in the lowest place in the belly. So just fill up all the way bottom to top. And exhale, just pour the breath out top to bottom, nice and slow. And we're gonna allow this rhythm of breathing, this circular breath, to just take over, bring us into the present moment, bring us into our bodies, and just give the thinking mind something to do, right? Every thought you have has an emotion, and that emotion creates a physical reaction. So by coming into the breath, you can slow down, get out of the mental chatter that we're always responding to, right? And just be in your body and commit to this moment of healing and just peace and quiet. Feel your inhales and your exhales become the same length. Feel the stress of the day melt off your shoulders. And just commit to being fully present for the next 30, 40 minutes. You don't have to be anything for anyone else, just be here for you. And as you feel the breath creating space, you can go ahead and just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Eyes can be closed or just with a soft gaze, and rock your chin across your chest. And just go ahead and take your left ear to your left shoulder. And rock it back around. And one more time, other side. And then coming through the middle, pause, and very little motion. There might be some places that you want to pause. Keep your chest broad, so slide the shoulder blades towards each other. And just find that place where you can rock side to side or maybe just hang out. And then on your next inhale, we're going to keep the shoulder heads back. See if you can drop your head back nice and slow and relax it back. And as you exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Notice if the front ribs are sticking out. Bring them up. Inhale and drop the head back. Exhale, chin to chest. And we're just going to do one more time. Inhale the head back. And bring it back to the middle. Good. Let's take the right hand out, turn your left palm up, reach up and over. Pressing down into the left sitting bone, reach. And come all the way back up, both arms reach, placing your hands on the floor, and just melt a little bit. Doesn't matter how low you go, and this time you can round your back. You're really just melting until it feels good. Next inhale brings you all the way back up. Switch the crossing of your legs. And go ahead and take your left hand out to the left. Right palm turns up. Both shoulders are down your back. Reach up and over. Press the right sitting bone down. Huge breath. Stretch through your fingers. Breathe in between every rib. Inhale back up. Both arms reach. Exhale, hands to the floor. And fold. Just melt into it. And the inhale is just going to bring you back up. Okay? And we're just going to roll over onto our backs. So when you're ready, bend your knees. You can hold your knees and just roll one vertebra at a time all the way down. Pull your knees in and squeeze. Okay, keep your right knee in. Lengthen your left leg along the floor. Press down with the top of your left thigh. Give yourself a big hug. On your exhale, rise up, round your back. Press your belly into your spine. Grab your right foot if you can and just pull. Maybe lift the left leg off the floor and press through the balls of the toes. So you point your foot and then you flex your toes and you feel all the length in the front and the back of the leg. You're getting the chin is tucked, you're rounding, you give yourself a huge squeeze and then put it all down. Take your knee across your body to the left and twist. And just melt into the floor. One more, biggest breath you got. Left elbow presses down, come back up. Pull both knees in. Right leg extends. Take a breath. Exhale, press the navel down, come up round your back, grab your foot. Maybe the right foot comes off the floor. If you don't want to, don't do it. But getting that length feels really good. Rounding the back, the whole front body presses into the midline. And then let it go and let's twist it out. Left arm reaches out, left shoulder's heavy. Let your face flop to the left. Take the biggest breath you can. Remember, we're filling up from bottom to top. Right elbow presses down. Come back to the midline. Pull your knees in and squeeze. Okay, placing the feet back down. Separate your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Bring your arms into cactus arms, which looks like, goalposts on the floor. And then just drop the knees to the right and drop the knees to the left. So you're just windshield wipering your legs. Next time you're on the right, stay there. Place the right ankle on the outside of the left knee. If it feels good, sometimes my knee doesn't like it. If that's the case, you can just have your foot on the floor. It just gives a little bit more stretch. And just breathe into the places you feel it the most. Peel your tongue off the roof of your mouth, relax your jaw. Bring your knee back up by toe heeling the left foot to the center of the mat. Lift your butt, so push down into your left foot. Tuck your tailbone, come back down. Pull your left leg in towards your chest, reach through, and you're gonna grab that left leg, either the face of the knee or the back of the knee, with both hands. Now this is a really good time for your pillow. If you're really tight, you might want to move your pillow over here and just have your foot on your pillow and just press your knee away. Very gentle way to get this stretch. It's up to you. Sometimes it's nice, if you are pulling your knee in, to push that right leg away with the right elbow. You just decide where your body really needs you to focus. And then again, can you tuck your chin and relax your shoulders? What I don't want to see is your butt coming off the floor. So back off enough that your sacrum's nice and flat. Relax your scalp and your brain and your eyeballs and your throat. And just do a scan again and see if the tension's sneaking its way into your, anywhere else, into your face or your head. Breathe deep down into your hip. Peel your tongue off the roof of your mouth. And let's do 2 more breaths here. And then just release that side down so the left foot comes down. Right foot comes down. Separate your feet again to the outer edges of the mat. Find your goalpost arms. Drop your knees to the right and the left. And windshield wiper your legs. You want your feet to be wide apart. So I literally have my feet on the edges of the mat. And next time you're on the left, stay there. Left ankle to the outside of the right knee if it feels good. And just try to melt down into the floor. Slowest, deepest breaths you can do. And then toe heel the right foot in. Lift your butt, tuck your tailbone, get flat. Pull that right leg in. You can be on your pillow or you can take your left hand through the hole. Both hands grab the right leg. Pull in. Tuck your chin, tuck your shoulder blades nice and flat. If you're super tight and you're up here and your head is hanging, you have all sorts of things, right? You have pillows, you have a towel. You can always make yourself a little pillow here, okay? In order to really stretch the hips and the hamstrings, you have to be able to relax. So if you're so deep in the pose that you're miserable, your body's gripping. It's like getting a massage that's too intense, right? You can't relax. Right, that's not what we're doing. We are trying to consciously release the unconscious gripping in the body. So you gotta be present. Just come back into your breath. It's nice to imagine the breath as you inhale, you're filling up bottom to top, right? So fill up, inhaling up the back of the spine. And on your exhale, pour the breath out, top to bottom, down the front of the spine. Press every last bit of breath out at the end of your exhale. Inhale up the back of the spine. Create that circular flow in the body. Let's do one more breath like that, really big and slow. Good, right foot comes down, left foot comes down, walk the feet out wide, windshield wiper the legs. Good, and then coming back to the middle, I guess you're not getting that hot dog. Grab the outer edges of your feet and come into happy baby. She just can't help herself, sorry. You can grab your ankles or you can grab the outer edges of the feet, but the knees come down right to the outer edges of the ribs. So just pull straight down. I'm gonna move my pillow and just coming into your happy baby. Now, this next part is a motion versus a big action. We are very slowly going to start to extend the right leg. It does not need to go far. You already feel the stretch, okay? So it's just a little experiment, you could say. You're just seeing how it feels to take the right leg to the right. You're still holding onto the left leg in happy baby, so you're not rocking on your sacrum. You're staying right in the center. And then bringing that back in, left leg extends out to the left. Bringing that back in, stay holding on to the left leg, straighten your right leg out, press the top of the thigh down. Extend. Nice little hip flexor opener. And then we're going to bring the right leg back into happy baby and the left leg extends out. Pressing down. The more you extend that left leg out, the more stretch you're going to get in those hip flexors. Those overused, tense hip flexors need the love. So pressing down with your thigh, really consciously extending. Beautiful. Now we're going to take the right leg and just take it down to the left leg. Point your toes, reach out over your head. Take a huge breath and stretch, even arching the back of it. So stretching the front of the body. And then flex your feet, take your shoulders down your back, bring your front ribs back in. Turn your palms to face each other. Slide your right foot off the mat. Cross your left ankle over your right. Both butt cheeks are still glued to the floor, okay? Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. We're gonna stretch the left side body. So you might have to scoot your shoulders to the right an inch. We're just gonna pull on the left hand and stretch all the way through that left side. If you don't feel it, you can scoot your shoulders even more to the right. And then release that, center your shoulders. Uncross, slide the left foot off the mat. Cross the right ankle over. You might need to scooch those shoulders a little bit. Palms turn in because you're sliding your shoulders down your back. If you're grabbing that right hand and just pulling your arm out of the socket, you're not going to get the stretch, right? So you have to scooch the shoulders, glue the shoulders down, and then pull so you get the side stretch. And really focus on that right butt cheek and the right hip pressing down into the mat. And then breathe up the whole right side body. Breathe into every rib, the space between. And then bring it back to the middle and uncross. Pull your knees in and squeeze. Give yourself a huge hug. Now, grab a strap or a belt. If you don't have one, that's okay, but it's better with one. Because we are going to take this strap or belt, feet on the floor for now. Hook the strap onto the balls of the toes of the right foot and just straighten your leg. And we're going to start right here. And if your leg's way down here because your hamstrings are super tight, that's okay too. But what you want to do is keep it on the balls of the toes and just walk your hands up the strap until you start to feel the hamstring stretch. Now I'm super bendy. Don't think it matters how close your leg is to your face, because it doesn't. Okay, so what we're going to do here is push through the heel. Pull your kneecap up so your quads engage and you're not just hanging out in the back of your knee. So this leg is pretty active. And you're just pressing through your heel. Now once you kind of knock on the door of the stretch, you're just at the beginning of the stretch, you can straighten your left leg out again. If that took away all the joy, I want you to bend your knee again. If you can be there, and just walk your hands up till your arms are straight. What I don't want to see is that you're gripped, right? This is not helping. So relax, find your stretch, hold your strap, tuck your chin, and we're going to breathe. So you have to be here for a minute in order to actually make a difference in your hamstrings, which makes a huge difference in the happiness of your lower back. If you have lower back pain, this is one of the best things you could possibly do. So instead of going so deep that you're immediately miserable, I want you to back off a little bit and feel the sensation of every one of your muscles. You have 3 hamstring muscles, all 3 stretching. Extension through your heel. Notice the shoulders, relax them again. And over the course of the next 5 breaths, maybe go a tiny bit deeper. Okay? There has to be a degree of surrender for you to release the muscles of the body. You cannot force your way in. And just breathe. Peel your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Now, take both sides of the strap into your right hand. Slide your elbow down to the floor. Take your leg all the way out, and now you have control how low your foot goes to the floor. Press the top of the left thigh down. Press the left hip down. Great time to put your pillow under your foot. If this is uncomfortable, you can always prop it up. Right, you gotta relax in order to get the stretch. One more huge breath here. Then grab the straps, both sides, with your left hand. Pull your leg back up. Same thing. Slide the left elbow down to the left side of the body. And go ahead and let your foot start to twist you to the left. Now it's okay, the right butt cheek's going to come up, and you're just going to reach your right arm out. The left leg can totally relax. One more huge breath here. Good. Bring it all the way back up. And then just switch. You're going to take your left foot, scoop it into the strap. Bend your right knee foot on the floor first. Find your stretch. And then straighten the right leg if you want. You can always keep it bent. But start slowly. If the lifted leg is shaking, that's totally normal. Relax your arms. Now, can you relax your jaw any more? Can you relax your scalp? Let's do 3 more breaths. Maybe taking it just a little deeper, but gently. Both strap sides into the left hand, elbow comes down, and go ahead and take your leg out to the left as you root down the top of the right thigh. Take it up and over to the other side. Elbow down first, you have full control. And then make your way into your twist. Come all the way back up. Release your strap. Pull your knees into your chest and squeeze. Now we're going to roll to the right side and prop ourselves up. And this is when you're going to want to have some sort of a pillow. So if you need to go get one, that's okay. A couch pillow, a bolster, some sort of a firm support. You can also have a couple blankets. If you want, you can take a couple blankets and fold them into a makeshift bolster, okay? The bolster is going to come just to the right side, come to hands and knees. Sit back towards the heels, but miss the heels and sit to the side of the feet. And separate your feet a little bit. Slide the bolster until the center of the bolster is right at the center of your hip. And we are literally just going to turn and lay down on the bolster. Now to make this a little bit deeper, you can take the top knee and push it back. This should be very subtle though, okay? And you can stay there or turn your face to look behind, and then you'll get a really nice neck stretch out of it. Well, nice, it should be nice. If it's not nice, don't turn your head, okay? Just take a few breaths here and melt over the bolster.
A few more breaths. Just melt into the floor. And then come all the way back up.
You can just spin around if you want. That's fine. Okay, or you can move your bolster. So we're gonna or your blankets or whatever you got. Okay, sit to the side. Line up with the hip. The farther back your cushion is, the deeper this stretch is, so it's up to you. And then just lay down and give it a hug. Top knee presses back till it feels perfect. And then you can turn your face back and stretch your neck. Notice if you're gripping anywhere, let it go. Deepen your breath. Remember, we're creating space with the breath. Full deep breaths. One more like that. And coming back up. Now you're just gonna take your, whatever you got, your cushion, okay, and we're gonna sit on top of the cushion. Okay, scooch forward a bit. We're gonna lay down. You can hold on to the cushion, hands can come down, whatever you need to do. We're gonna lay down. Okay, take your legs up. You can bend your knees, whatever you need to do. You want the cushion to be a tucking sensation, because now we're gonna take the legs back down and take the arms overhead and come into a supported, really gentle back bend. But if it feels like your front hips are going towards your feet, you need to scooch a little bit. So you scooch until you feel a nice tucking sensation, and arms can be at your sides or cactus arms or arms overhead. Take 3 more breaths here. And then from here, just bend your knees, lift your butt,
And see if you can just scooch your pillows or your blankets so that they're under your thighs. If you need to, you can roll up and make the adjustment. Okay, and you might want to roll up. I'm going to offer something with the towel or the blanket. It's a really nice neck therapy. So if you do want to come up, or if you can't reach your towel or your blanket from laying down, then come on up by rolling to your side very slowly. And you're going to take your towel or your blanket and roll it into a roll. And it can be as high as you want. If it is a towel and not a blanket, you probably can just roll the whole thing. And you're going to put that under your neck. You want it thick enough that it presses against the occipital ridge and stretches your neck. So bolster or blankets or pillow under the legs, towel under the neck. Pull your knees into your chest again if you got up. Make sure your lower back is flat on the floor. Extend the legs out. I like to have the bolster or the pillow close to my butt, and then I feel a nice deep stretch when I lay. So it's sort of like the pillow is stretching your legs away from the midline, and the towel or blanket is stretching your head away. Palms up, just close your eyes. And in this moment, scan your body and just let everything go. So you want to feel the embrace of gravity just pulling you down into the floor. And you can relax your skin, relax your joints. Start to relax the inner body so you feel the brain just sort of rest back on the back of your skull. Feel your eyeballs do the same, just kind of rest back in the sockets. Relax the top of your throat and your inner ears. And the organs just rest against the inner spine. Relax your hips. And just feel yourself melt over your props and release down into the mat. Just slowly start to draw yourself back into the room. And begin by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Whenever you feel it's time, keeping your gaze inward, just roll yourself to your right side and lay in a ball for a few breaths. And from here, keeping your gaze inward, just feel your way up to a comfortable seat.
Sit up tall and bring your hands to your heart, just so you can take this last moment to thank yourself for making it to the mat, to honor this practice, to honor the light within, and to set the intention to take this hard-earned calm back out into your day, into your family, into your relationships. And maybe you can help to uplift everyone who crosses your path. Thank you for having me. Namaste.